Good evening, friends. Today, in this lesson, we'll discuss the second chapter of Module A, that is the credit policy. Credit policy. Previous chapter we have discussed about the principle of lending, that is uh, liquidity, safety, and profitability, which are the three basic principles of such per lending procedure. In this chapter, we will mostly focus on credit policy importance and the content of credit policy. The importance of a particular credit policy, how it affect the bankers lending procedure, and second one is what are the contents that are involved in this credit policy. Mostly the bank is the apex of bank's board is the apex authority while formulating any type of credit policy. जो कोई भी बैंक की जो पॉलिसीज़ होता है, जो क्रेडिट प्रोसीजर होता है, वो सब बैंक के अपेक्स अथॉरिटी हैज़ टू बी decided whether what principles to be applied, what kind of lending power to be given, that is decided by the apex authority of the bank. Mostly the lendings of the bank involve two types. One is the fund based lending, another is the non fund based. Fund based lending means in the type of lending where the involvement of fund is there. That means the cash credit, overdraft, term loan, where the party or the business is financed with some fund, some money. Sorry. And in non-fund based loan means there is no involvement of fund, there is only guarantee given by the bank for the purpose of lending. The bank act as a guarantor or give guarantee for the payment to any third party. There is no involvement of fund, but there is always involvement of risk while sanctioning any type of loan, that may be fund based or non fund based. So, the non fund based loans, non fund based lendings are letter of credit, bank guarantee, bill purchased, where the bank acts as a guarantor or gives guarantee for the payment to any third party. That will be discussed later. What is the non-fund based lending will be discussed clearly in later. While sanctioning, while giving credit, the bank is able to comply with for some regulatory standards. There must be some particular standards for giving any loan. There must be internally set risk profile. Any types of lending, that may be fund based or non fund based, always involve a risk, and the bank must comply with internally set a risk profile, how to manage the risk, that is the risk profile, maintaining the quality of the credit portfolio. There must be quality of maintaining the quality in the credit aspect should maintain with quality. It should not be deteriorated. Bank must have well adjusted and written credit policy. The policy must be written, well written, and these are the points to be maintained while sanctioning loan. And we'll discuss what is the objective of a credit policy. There should be a healthy balance between credit volume. Credit volume means how much amount of lending to be done, and the earning means how much we earn, how much income we generate by the lending, and the asset quality. Asset quality means the asset that is generated from the lending, the fund of the bank, and the asset which are given as mortgage by the bank, and corporate and social responsibility. The objective of lending is to maintain a healthy balance between credit volume, earning, and asset quality, corporate goal, and social responsibility. Next, we'll discuss the policy framework. In the policy framework, the credit policy framework of the bank must the credit policy framework policy framework that policy framework must deal with a realistic approach. What happened in the ground level, the apex authority who are sitting in the central office, they always create the credit policy, but their policy should not be match the ground level reality of the bank. The condition in the working under central office, regional office, that is different, and the condition of working at the branch level, at the ground level, that is different. So while formulating any type of credit policy, that should match the credit portfolio or the ground reality of a bank. Contents of the credit policy. There should a good credit policy. There are different types of content of a good credit policy that we'll discuss in points. First one is the purpose and the content. Purpose and the content. The statement of what the policy seek to achieve and the outline of its content. Usually, what is the purpose of the credit policy and what it want to achieve in terms what it want to achieve, what it like to achieve in the ground reality, that is that should be mentioned while writing a credit policy, and the contents of the credit policy should be discussed. Then second one is the objective statement. The objective statement of the credit policy must be focused on maintaining and improving the asset quality, lending to the priority sector. Priority sector means agriculture sector. There are 8 sectors: agriculture, industry, rural infrastructure, that are the priority sector of the bank. And next one is the maintaining or reasonable risk adjusted return. There should be there while lending there is always involvement of risk, but the risk must be adjusted with the return on credit exposure. And the second thing is growth in asset with risk management imperative, and maintaining stipulated portion in share fund based asset and non fund based asset. The next thing is lending authority and responsibility. Lending authority, while deciding the principle of lending, there must be delegation of authority and delegation of financial power. According to the power, they are given some power of lending. Like a scale 1 BM have to give this much finance, scale 2 BM having such power. So there must be in lending principle who with what category they are classifying how much lending to be done by them. They cannot, beyond the power, they cannot lend anything. Then the Fourth thing is controlling authority. The lending they are above the lending authority. The controlling authority can approve or sanction confirmation regarding the lending authority. Controlling authority have the power over the lending authority. Then sign off. Sign off means signing the document which act as evidence while conducting due diligence. Due diligence means authentication of the document, authentication of the KYC document that must be done by official of the bank and properly signed, which act as a evidence. That is called sign up. Credit denial and recording procedure. While denying or while rejecting any type of proposal, there must be proper reason of rejection, and there must be proper recording procedure, filing procedure while rejecting any type of loan. And portfolio composition, credit concentration and diversification of risk. While sanctioning loans, that should not be concentrated to particular geography, particular area or a particular section of people and any particular business entity. That will concentrate the risk. So in the lending principle must consist of, lending policy must consist of how to manage the risk. That means there should be diversification of the risk by providing lending to diverse sections. Then the types of loan. Eighth one is the types of loan. We have discussed previously, there is different types of loan, fund based or non fund based. That can be fund based or non fund based. Term loan, overdraft, that we discussed earlier. And the last one is appraisal standard and policy procedure. Bank spell out how to appraisal of loan. Appraisal standards can be of different types. One is qualitative appraisal standard, another is quantitative appraisal standard. In the qualitative appraisal standard, the track record, history or previous record, pre-published data, that must act as a yardstick for qualitative standard appraisal. And in quantitative terms, there are different types of things to measure the loan appraisal. The qualitative appraisal, while appraising in a working capital loan, that is the business loan, cash credit, overdraft, that is the working capital loan. Working capital loan can be appraised by the liquidity ratio at the current ratio. Current ratio should be 1.33 will be considered as benchmark level of liquidity. However, it may not be mandatory. Below 1.33 CR is projected at lower level of the benchmark. The net working capital, net for NWC, is the movement in net working capital was to ascertain whether there is mismatch in long-term sources and long-term uses for the purpose. Then financial soundness. Financial soundness, here again the benchmark will be different for manufacturing, trading, hire purchase and leasing concern. For industrial venture, total outside liability and adjusted tangible net worth ratio is 3 is the reasonable deviation in selective cases. That must be 3 outside total outside liability and tangible net worth. That will indicate the financial soundness of the business. Now, next is turnover. The quality and value as turnover is carefully gone as also market share, whichever such data available. Turnover, what more important is to establish steady output. Profit is the measure yardstick while we are deciding any loan proposal. The net loss and net profit will the deciding factor. And another one is the credit rating by different credit agency, civil, internal rating, RBI rating, approved external credit rating agency gives rating according to the history of credit of that person. Then capital market. The stock market, companies share listed in stock exchange. The movement in the price of the share may also be a deciding factor. Then the next one is term loan that we discussed in the last is for working capital. And next is term loan. For term loan, there is a deferred guarantee payment. Means we have gave loan to agency and they have to return it through installments. That is term loan. While giving term loan, we must given for that may be a tractor loan, there may be for purchase of any kind of machinery. So that must be technically feasible, the unit or the asset created out of the bank's finance must be technically feasible, economically viable. Then the promoter's contribution. The promoter contribution as of at least 20% in the total equity. Is what normally expected by the lending bank. It should at least 20%. The promoter contribution is at least 20%. And debt service coverage ratio. Debt service coverage ratio normally not go below 2%. Not below 2% on gross basis, should not be below 1.75. Margin in security. The margin money money on security will depend on debt equity ratio. Gearing of the project should be preferably 1.5:1 and it should not be more than 2 times of the equity contribution. And other parameters such as credit rating, end use of fund, trigger for interest rate. The next thing is lending to non-banking financial companies, NBFC. RBI has time to time issues guideline to help financing non-banking financial company. Then financing for infrastructure projects. Then the lease finance. Exposure under lease finance generally complies with the different types of standards. Letter of credit, bank guarantee, that is the non-fund based guarantee. guarantee for co-acceptance and favoring financial inclusion and banks, other lending agencies. Then the syndication of loan. Syndication means while giving a loan to a particular firm, the particular bank is not able to meet the entire financial need of the particular project or particular company. In that case, bank enter into the syndication. Different bank together finance to a single company, that is syndication. And hedging of forex risks. In forex market there is involvement of risk always, and banks has set a separate board for maintaining the risk profile in case of forex. Fair practice codes for lender, risk policy, then the documentation responsibility, waiver and waiver authority, loan file requirement, maintenance and administration, loan loss provision policy. Sometimes there may be loss in the loan, there must be write off in the account, in NPA account, that must be provision from the profit of the bank. There is a particular policy to be followed of while provisioning a loan grading and credit scoring. The scoring of indicate the accepted score, a rating for different types of loan and advances. Loan review and renew of old loans yearly, like cash credit and charged off account, recovery of bank dues from charged off account. Then with the passage of time, credit parity of bank will undergo changes to cope with liberalization, globalization, and to tap available opportunity to achieve commercial objective. Role of the bank while maintaining credit policy, maintenance of asset quality, maintaining growth, reasonable risks, adjusted return. The credit policy of the bank act as a gatekeeping function of the bank. The credit policy will well understood by the official of the bank, and knowledge is most potent of the risk mitigation. Thank you for listening the lecture.